now. In Crime Stoppers, it's been 35 years since Mena Richie was brutally murdered in her home in Signal Hills. Her family and the first detective who arrived on the scene hope this will finally be the anniversary where they get some answers. Greg Glover has more for us. Greg?
David, in these 3.5 decades, persons of interest have come and gone, investigators have passed on, but Mena's family and that first detective on the scene are still around, and they hope that maybe one person with some knowledge of the case will finally come forward.
There were hundreds, if not thousands, of hours of manpower and crime lab hours put into this investigation, but 35 years ago today, we're still at zero.
Mena Richie's case has been featured on Crime Stoppers nearly every year since her murder back in 1989. Retired Assistant Chief Tim Carroll was a new detective when he heard that call come over the radio on a Monday evening.
And it's 4:45 p.m. I can remember this thing like it happened 35 minutes ago.
Mena's granddaughter had found the 69-year-old beaten to death lying in the dining room of her Signal Hills house. Mena's face was covered with a cloth.
We know for a fact that we got a burglary. We don't know if any of her valuables or money or jewelry's missing. The house was ransacked, but I truly believe that there was two people involved. And the reason why I think that is the mud footprints that are inside the house.
On the front porch, Carroll says, was a smaller muddy footprint, perhaps that of a woman.
What I'm hoping for in this segment is maybe that female is more of a witness than, she might have ransacked the house, she may have assisted being a lookout, she could have been a getaway driver, but I really think the male person is the one that did the blows to cause her death.
And maybe that person is still alive. Maybe they were scared at the time, but now, finally, is the time to tell this family and investigators the truth.
You got 2 daughters, you got 3 granddaughters, and now they've got kids. This family has been living this like anybody else for a cold case for 35 years. And I was, really hoping that somebody with a conscience would call Crime Stoppers, give us that information to convert it from a cold case to a closed case.
If you know anything about this case, please consider giving Mena's family the resolution they deserve. Now is the time to call Crime Stoppers. 698-3333 is the number. There's up to $1,000 available for your good tip that finally solves this cold case. Cindy.